so the madness go. I'm telling you, we rough, chilling with the tough. We just party enough. Everything get fucked up, boy. It's just bust. A long time no just bust. Who run the place? Just us.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Alrighty, listeners, we are back with our final talk segment of the morning. This is our Talk to Us. This is usually when you are given the opportunity to call us. Let us know if you want to discuss something of your own. You have the choice to do that. Did you know that you could call and say, hey, let's talk about this, and we will talk about it. Well, once we can talk about it, that is. And you can also bring up something from earlier. So you heard something from either of our talk segments, any of the programs, and you say, let's revisit this. You have the power to do that as well. Did you know that? Yes, you do. If not, then we can go ahead and take the call.
Hi, Joshua. Good morning.
Good morning. I wish you guys could see how lovely it is in Bermuda today. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Oh, wow, Joshua.
We're going to get out with this soon.
I would like to remind you that you have a global audience. And for me personally, I'm as dense as a $3 bill. You know, like 15 ounces short of a tongue. So sometimes you guys will say things that I really don't comprehend. And so also my friends, my international friends as such, don't always understand things. So when I ask for clarity, it's not that I'm dotish, it's just that I honestly don't understand. Like, I didn't know what a blocker was, believe it or not.
You didn't know what a what?
A blocker. The officer mentioned a blocker, and I'm saying to myself, what the dickens is a blocker? You know, so I wasn't being funny, really. But on a more serious note, one of your officers mentioned an international driver's license. And I wanted him to address that because if you come to Bermuda, for example, that is not worth the paper that is printed on. If you come here to work or to relocate, you have to go through the whole process, go there with an instructor, take a driving test, and you get a Bermuda's driver's license. No other license is worth anything here. Unless you're a tourist, you could go to a cycle livery where you could rent one of these EZs, they're like miniature cars, but especially for tourists. You could drive one of those, but outside of that, you must have a valid Bermuda driver's license. An international license does not work here.
Okay, well, I mean, the officer couldn't necessarily, unless the onus would be...
Speak for him.
No, it's not a matter speaking. No, it's not a matter speaking. He answered the question, right? But the onus would be on anybody who's visiting another country to find out what is actually applicable. So if we're being told an international driver's license is not applicable to Bermuda, then persons traveling to Bermuda who want to be driving on the roads should find out that information ahead of time. I'm not sure if the officer could necessarily answer which countries would not accept an international driver's license. I'm not sure if he could have actually answered that.
No, but I was just curious as to why it's called an international. I'm not being difficult. I hope you understand me, right? Because, and the reason I say this is that a lot of Vincentians come to Bermuda. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of Bermudan Vincentians here. And I remember I was driving home one night. I'm afraid to drive at nights. And I had this Vincentian friend with me. And believe it or not, I was going to do this stupid thing, pull over the car and call my son to ask him to take a taxi to come pick up the car. So he said, "Oh, I could drive." I said, "No, you can't." So he took out. He said, "Look, I got an international license." I said, "Sir, that doesn't mean anything here." So he was shocked. He couldn't understand where I was coming from because he had a valid international driver's license. So then I had to pull the car over. My son wasn't very happy, but he came to pick up his old dad on the road. That's how seriously we take things here. So I just want to let you folks know, if you do come here and you want to drive, you go to a cycle livery, not to the police. And you could rent a tiny car we have specially for tourists. But to drive a car like mine or any other thing, you must have a valid Bermuda driver's license. And Louise, now make say Louise. Who knows this Louise?
That's
Anita.
me. Oh, okay. That was really easy. I was trying to say.
But who's Louise? Is there Louise in St. Vincent?
Several Louise in St. Vincent. Come on, Joshua.
Okay. Anita and Rosie. I mean, again, I love these women, man. Rosie's up all hours. I don't know if this woman sleeps.
I suppose she does, Joshua. I can't answer. I suppose she does. All right.
And I'm out of here. Have a great day,
All right.
ladies.
Have a good
All
one,
right.
Joshua. All right. All right. So just something that Joshua said when he said that I actually responded to the question that Joshua asked in terms of what is a blocker, right? And I do acknowledge that he's saying that we have an international audience, but remember, it's not necessarily possible for everything that we say to tailor what we say, the expressions that we say, the words that we use for just an international audience, right? Because we do have a local audience. Would it be correct for us to, every time we come on, just to speak the standard English and not inject some dialect into it? This is our language. This is our culture, right? So while it is that I can understand that, yes, maybe not everything that we do always say being heavily based on Vinci in specifically, the thing of it is that this is how we learn about other person's cultures, other person's languages, other expressions in other cultures, by listening to other people, right? So I understand the point, and yes, Joshua, I had no problem in answering the question because I realized that you probably just did not know. But this is how we learn more, by asking people the questions and having persons, actually respond. So, but we can't tailor everything just for persons internationally, because where would our culture come through? So just something there to Joshua's point. All right. We have a caller. Hi, caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well. Your surface? It's been a while. It's been a minute.
I know. I still listen. I'm still here.
All right.
Following up on that international driver's license, I have one also. But I went to Grenada, St. Kitts, and Antigua, and they didn't accept it. I had to take on a temporary driver's license to drive to those three countries.
And your international driver's license was issued in the States or from here in Vinci?
Yeah.
In the States?
In Europe.
Right. So different countries would either accept or not. So, yeah.
No, but they have a booklet. They give you a booklet with the names of the countries where it's accepted.
Mm-hmm.
And those countries are in the book.
Okay.
I think they just want to make extra money from the taxes, from the temporary driver's license, so they could make extra money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're violating, they're not going along, people don't always go by rules. Like they make their own rules. You know what I mean?
I do.
The bigger countries, Guyana, Bahamas, Trinidad and stuff, I drive there with New York driver's license. I didn't take out no temporary driver's license.
Okay.
UK, the same thing. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a good one, Queens.
We have another caller, no?
No, not us yet.
Okay. All right then. Well, I can't. I am not involved in the driving process, so I don't. I can't even speak on the issues as it relates to the license. I'm learning every time we have a particular conversation about vehicles and traffic and all of that. I'm learning something new. Like today, I did not know that the number that your number plate ends with. That's the number that tells you when you're supposed to go for inspection. I didn't know that. So I learned something today.
All right. Well, that's good. I mean, unless you're in a situation also, or you're exposed to something. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dave. This is me was getting all excited. Good morning, Dave. Dave, we had this conversation yesterday.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Dave. You have a minute. A minute. All right.
Are you hearing me?
We are. Everybody's hearing you.
Yes. I just want to suggest that I heard earlier on Dianna was speaking about sports because she must have come across something. I now realize that WEFM doesn't have a sports segment, and in the past, I know they were pretty much involved in sports and so on.
What you mean? What you mean when you say doesn't have a sports segment? As in during the morning?
Anytime you choose
there is sports news in the afternoon, in the midday news.
Yeah.
But I know there's also one in the afternoon as well. So are you listening all the time, Dave?
I don't listen to WFM all the time.
Right.
I listen. I mean, when you all are gone, I am gone. Right? I love the interactive program in terms of bringing me up to date on what's happening. So for that, I am part of the morning program. I make myself available unless there's something else I have to attend to listen to you guys and share my opinion concerns. But, well, I am not familiar because if anybody asks me I know for other stations, I know. And there's one station in this country that is very, very, popular with its sports program. Anyhow, I'm just throwing that out,
Okay. All right. So everybody learning today. Everybody learning today.
Because, for instance, I don't know how much you all know about this young black tennis star in Coco Golf. I know the name, I think is internationally known because she's very popular anytime she's playing tennis. And I was so happy. At age 21, she has done so much with her achievement, to what she is, the benefits accumulated by, her outstanding performance in tennis. Like, for instance, she bought a house, a mansion for her parents, and she just purchased a building in Florida there for some $7.5 million, I think it is. And you know what that is for? To take some children, homeless children, off the streets in Florida. 7 point something. So already at age 21, she's a philanthropist. And these are the things I look forward to hear, especially coming from that black, beautiful young lady who is such a tennis icon, right? So all of that is, I just say all of that because these are things we must cherish as colored people, black people, however you look at us. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good one, Dave. All right.
Well, I am Dave. I'll go and look for that person, see if I find, because I haven't heard of the person that you're speaking about as yet. And I think with that, we must go straight into our community dateline. You had any finishing statements? Nah. All right. We have to go straight into community dateline. It is 9:47.